BizGod, B-I-Z-G-O-D, BizGod. That's who I am. I'm like the most washed lit nigga in the world. You know what I'm saying? You know, guess you could say a blogger. Some people like to call me a blogger. I'm like an entrepreneur. I'm an influencer. I'm a trendsetter. Or you say trend starter. What is it? Trendsetter, right?
Trendsetter, trend starter, however you want to say it.
Yeah,
Same thing.
You know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm Biz, man. Just Biz, you know.
Okay, how you come up with that name?
Biscuit. That's that name came back. That name came from like way back in the day. I used to I had a lot of family in North Carolina, so back when I was a kid, my grandfather, rest in peace, man. My grandpa, he used to come out from North Carolina. He used to drive up and pick me and my sister, two of my sisters and my brother, and on the way down to North Carolina, every time we stopped somewhere, he would ask, you know, we would go to KFC or wherever, McDonald's, and he would be like, you know, what do you want? And I would say Biscuit, you know what I mean? And then by the time we got to my grandmother's house, she's like, what do I want to eat? So I'm like, I want biscuits, because my grandmother, you know what I mean? She had her shit is different, you know? So once I said it over there, my brother-in-law, Mike, he said, nigga, you look like a biscuit. And then that was kind of like, you know, junior high, all the girls call me Biscuit, braiding my hair, and it kind of like just stuck with me. So, and then, you know, people always used to be like, yo, you handle your biz, you about your biz. So that's really where like the biz came from. And then once I started jumping into like, once the internet came, and I mean the internet been out forever, but once like the music and everything started gravitating towards like online, I noticed if you search Biscuit, you would only get Limp Biscuit because the way I spelled it, B-I-Z-K-I-T. So I put the its in front. I kind of was looking at like, I think that's when like 50 started, This Is 50, around that time. And I'm like, damn, people are looking for me, but they can't find me. So I didn't want to put the it's in front, but I'm like, damn, I don't like that people are trying to find me and ain't finding Limp Biscuit. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's pretty much where I'm at with it and how it came about.
Okay.
So ItsBizkit, and you know, people call me OVO Biz now. Like, it's, you know what I'm saying? I got a couple names out here.
Okay.
You know.
So for those that may not know, what is it exactly that you do?
I've been trying to figure out exactly what I do for a long time, man. I mean, it's kind of like, I would say like the glue. Like, I put things together. You know, like, I might not make the beat, I might not write the song, but as far as getting the beat to the person that writes the song, to the person that, you know what I mean? Like, I'm like the glue. I just put it all together, you know what I'm saying? And you know, for anything, you need glue. So I'm real important to a lot of puzzles and pieces that get put together in the industry, because I'm the person that's making it all stick. You know what I mean? If that makes sense, you know? There's a lot of, you know, it's kind of like people that know me and work with me, they know what I do, because I'm really not the person to go on platforms and talk about, yo, I did this for this person, or I put this together. I kind of just do it and get mines and keep it moving, you know what I'm saying? And the people that had something to do with that puzzle, that piece that was put together, they know, you know what I'm saying? And it's, you know, people kind of like know what I do without knowing what I do, you know what I mean? I like it like that more than, you know what I mean? I'm really not the type of person to be bragging about all the things I've done, but if you're into me or if you follow me, you kind of know, you know what I'm saying?
Okay. How did you get to start in the game?
I really came in with the mixtapes. You know, I hooked up with Tape Masters Inc. back in the day. You know, right here in this basement, we used to box, you know, 30,000, 50,000 CDs, and, you know, everything used to just sell. You know, before the digital era, it was really the mixtapes, like the physical copy CDs that was moving. You know, like we were doing numbers just like if somebody came out with an album, you know, with the mixtapes we were putting together. A lot of classic joints. If you do your Googles and you type in ItsBizkit, Tape Masters Inc., I done did a lot of classic tapes, man, you know, a lot, you know, and now it's the digital world, so I started ItsBizkit.com, you know, after just, man, the digital game, it just came in and it was like, you know, you had to kind of start a blog or have a website, you know what I mean? It was like, it was either that or be washed, you know what I'm saying? And like, you know, I just kept it going, you know. I had to figure it out because it, you know, at the end of the day, it was new. It's still new. Social media is new. Not that easy to you know, keep up with all of these new waves, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm pretty sure somebody is figuring out the next Snapchat right now, you know what I mean? Or what's gonna happen after that, you know what I mean? So, yeah, it's fun though, you know, I have fun with it. I'm real passionate about what I do and what I put out and who I work with, you know, so.
Okay, how long has it taken you to get what you're at now? As far as with all the work you put in since the beginning?
You know, I mean, it's kind of like, I always say this, it's just like working out. You know, you got some people that go to the gym and they think they can just lift that heavy weight and they just gonna be brolic, you know. So I just always been putting in work for my whole life, and like I know because of that, that's why I'm where I'm at today, you know, off of the work, the consistency. You know, you learn, you figure out, you know, you take L's, you know, you go down the wrong blocks, you know. You know, people don't take you serious, you know, people don't hit you back, you know, everything, you know. Like Nas said it too recently, like, you know, you gotta go from A to Z, not, you know, skipping. And that's the thing, I really never skipped, you know. I never cheated to look like I'm moving more units than I'm moving or anything that I do. And my numbers might not be astronomical or like like millions and millions, but my numbers are real. You know, all the numbers that I do put up and all I do put out and all the people that, you know, with social media that I interact with and all the things that I do is real and it's authentic. So I feel like that's more important than anything, you know, because it's easy to look like, you know, you're popping, especially with social media. You could buy followers. You could look like you lit. And, you know, again, same thing with working out. You know, you could take steroids or enhancements to make your body look like, you know, you really brolic out here, but, you know, you really not, and you really can't lift that weight that you look like you can, you know. So, you know, everything that I do and all the people that I work with and all the places I've been, everything, you know, that's something that nobody can take away from me, you know what I'm saying? Like, when you actually put in that work, and hard work pays off, and sometimes it is frustrating because you're looking like, where am I going, you know, what am I doing? You know, when you're doing something for a long time, you know, you gotta have that faith, man. You know, you gotta have that vision. You gotta know this is something that I want to do, and you gotta have fun. If you don't have fun, and if you're not enjoying what you're doing, and you know, the people around you, you know, nothing's gonna come from it. You know what I mean? So what I do, and I focus on that, and I keep that recipe with everything I do. You know, there's certain people that I've tried to work with, I try to do things with. It ain't work, it ain't pop, it ain't happen, and it's cool. You know what I mean? Like, again, you gotta like go through that to know who to be with or who to get to or who to, you know what I'm saying, finesse with and work with and different things like that. You know, and never, just like my man Chinks always said, you know, rest in peace to, you know, my bro Chinks. You know, it's like, you can't really have feelings, you know? Because once you have feelings, it's going to get in the way of the business, the money, the opportunities, because you're always going to feel like, you know, somebody owes you something or somebody needs to do something for you. So it's like, once you put the feelings to the side, you can go out here and get some money, you know?
Definitely. So what's kept you motivated?
I mean, I just recently had a newborn. I got a new son. I got 2 sons. And I mean, I'm always, my mother, I would say, if anybody is the person that you know, she worked so hard, and I seen her struggle. Pardon me, I'm washed, y'all. You know, I might sleep like 2 hours a week, but yeah, my mom's, you know, watching her work, watching her struggle. You know, I used to, you know, hustle a little back in the day to just, you know, sell my trees and help her with bills and stuff like that. And it's just like, just to see her struggle, you know, like I still can't wait for that day where I'm gonna, you know, call her while she's at the hospital and be like, yo, mom, you know, come outside, or, you know, come home, I got something for you. And I could just tell her like, yo, you don't, you know, we good, you don't gotta work no more, you know, you can do whatever you want, you know. So like, definitely my mom, you know. And yeah, I mean, seeing even friends and people that made it too, you know, I'm really not a hater. If I see anybody that's doing good, it really motivates me. You know, there's a lot of people out here that's doing their thing, like 40 Ounce Van, Yes Jules, my man Tax is doing his thing with the podcast. You know, y'all killing it with the videos and the interviews. So it's like, anybody that's doing something that I could look up to and be like, wow, you know, they just did an ill interview, or they just did an ill video, or, you know, I get motivated off of other people, you know, too. You know what I'm saying? It comes from, you know, it comes from music, you know, it comes from, you know, just people doing dope things. Dope, you know, I don't have to know anybody personally. If I see somebody moving or making moves, I salute all day. That keeps me motivated, because I'm like, damn, I need to get on my grind.
Definitely. How'd you create Washed? How'd that come about? Washed Up.
I mean, I'm married, you know, 0 hoes. So it's kind of like, you know, it's a thing that I say all the time, you know, like when my homies that ain't married, that don't yawn every 2 sentences, you know, they running around here, they, yo, Biz, let's go to the strip club, let's go here, let's go there. And I'm like, nigga, I'm washed. What am I gonna do at a strip club? You know what I'm saying? I can't take nothing home. I can't bag nothing. You know what I mean? I'm washed. I got wifey at the crib. So I just always said, and then you know, I put it on a T-shirt. And again, you know, it wasn't something I was really trying to sell, but people was asking me for it like crazy. Yo, I need one of those. I'm washed too. It started like that. You know what I mean? I'm washed too. So it's like, first I was kind of like, you know, but, you know, even like Charlemagne the God, he hit me up like 3 times, like, yo, send me a shirt. And I'm like, you ain't washed, you know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, you ain't washed. Like, nigga, I'm washed as fuck. I'm like, all right, cool. You know, Joe Budden's another one. He definitely got it popping, you know, with the wash movement, you know. Yeah, it just really took over, man. Like, now you got young kids saying I'm washed. It's kind of like how Max B started Wavy, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, I fuck with wash, you know what I mean? Like, it's just, and it's so many, it's like, it's so much bigger than me. Like, you know, the whole wash, you know, 0 holes movement, you know what I mean? It's like, yo, it's the wave, you know? Like, some people ain't washed, and they ain't washed at all, but they can relate to it. It's something relatable, you know what I mean? Because it's good to turn up, but it's cool to turn down too, you know what I'm saying? And I have recently put out the 5 signs of wash for anybody out there that might be like confused if they washed or not. If you have a gray hair, or if your hairline is receding, that's a sign right there that you're washed. You got a baby seat in the whip, that's a sign that you're washed. If it's not going down in the DMs, that's a sign that you're washed. And 0 holes. If you sit down and reflect and really think about it, and you realize you don't have no holes, you're washed. Fact.